Chicago is a pizza city, we all know this. You got the classic styles everybody knows. Deep dish, stuffed, thin crust, or tavern style if you prefer. But hiding in plain sight is a fourth style, one that gets confused all the time, even by locals. And that is pan pizza. It's not deep dish, it's its own thing, and chances are if you live here, you've probably even already had it. So today we're gonna shine a light on Chicago's fourth style. We're gonna go around the city, try all the best spots, then at the end of the video, tell you which ones we like most and why. And when I say we, of course I'm talking about this fella. What up?
What's up, buddy?
It's Johnny! By day, John Carruthers is a family man. By night, he runs Chicago's premier tavern-style pizza pop-up, Crust Fun Pizza. Now, John's been dialing in his pizza game since he started Crust Fun back in the pandemic. And what began as a hobby to kill time when hang with his family snowballed into a full-blown underground pizza operation. One where literally every dollar goes straight to a rotating local charity. That's just the kind of hometown hero this guy is. And his pizza? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's so good, matter of fact, that it's been covered by pretty much every outlet you can think of. He's been invited to compete on Chopped, and has basically earned national attention for a pizza style that most people didn't even know existed. John and I share a weird love for pizza and have become friends because of that. He's honestly been a bit of a pizza papa mentor for me. And beyond being respected by home cooks and chefs all over the city, John's also a sharp writer and a super cerebral guy in general. Combine that with his palate and pizza brain, and we've got the perfect guy to help us break down what might be Chicago's most underrated style of pizza. Stop one, Labriola. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Ready.
You can see a little parm on there, the Jardy Party, got the big carrots in this giardiniera. On the menu, they actually call their pizza deep dish. So I wonder if they would consider it deep dish or if they would consider it pan, or if they just call it deep dish because they're in the heart, like right off Michigan Avenue, super touristy. Most people don't know what pan pizza is. Everybody knows what deep dish is, right?
You gotta bring the tourists like one step closer to saying, okay, fine, we'll go there. They didn't short us though. This is a lot of pizza.
Yeah, dude. When I order these pizzas, there's an option to have them be uncut or cut. If it said recommended uncut, then I left it uncut. We'll deal with that later. This one didn't, so I got it cut. And that's just to kind of help de-slopitize the pizza, would you say?
Yeah, it'll just, the cheese will cool down a little bit, everything will get back into a little more of an equilibrium, but you know what, this looks good too. For all the stuff on it, it's not like wet or soggy.
Right, exactly. Specifically with this style of pizza, you gotta do the front up bite, of course, but you gotta go crust side.
Oh, you can't,
Yeah, because this is the one of, if not the defining factor with this style, right?
This isn't a pizza bones situation where it's just a handle for you to throw away. This is like the part. Nice and crispy on the edge. It's got a really nice crumb structure considering how much like stuff they load on it to bake.
I love the cornmeal. It just adds like a nice texture, and I really just dig the color too, but
that is a hearth oven looking bake on the bottom. And it was baked in a pan, but like this is a well dialed in oven and some like, you know, some pizza bakers who know what they're doing. All that time in there. It's still got blonde pieces, it's got some nice color. Like it's
not
beautiful.
Burnt to crap, like it's not completely burnt to
This
shit.
is a hard thing to hit. You can burn the crap out of it, or you can make it mushy on the bottom really easy, but this is like the application of some skill.
I don't know how I still don't have sauce on my shirt.
White shirt still white, stop one.
Stop one, dude, we got 4 more to go. I'm a booger kid, it's not gonna make it. I think we have to better define what pan pizza is before we get too far into the weeds here, right? We talked about it. There's stuffed pizza, thin crust, tavern style, deep dish, of course, and pan pizza. Now, how would you define pan pizza?
Yeah, that's a good question because deep dish is in a pan too, right? So you can see where the confusion comes from. The thing with pan pizza is you gotta look at the dough itself. It rises a lot more, it's not pressed deeply into the pan. It proofs higher, it has a more consistent crumb structure. It's kind of like comparing a lawn chair to a lazy boy. Like those are both chairs, but you understand the difference intrinsically.
So I think also something important to talk about is the caramelization of the cheese. That seems to be a constant with all the pans that I've had in my life, right? It's almost kind of like not quite focaccia-like. It's a little denser, but it's still light. With a deep dish, I think of like how Luz calls it their butter crust or a shorter crust that can hold up to a lot of moisture. This pizza isn't that. I can see how people think that it's deep dish because it's served in quite literally a deep dish, a deep pan rather, right?
Right, I mean, and if you're looking at kind of the toppings, the bread itself, like it is deeper in many senses than deep dish. And I love it because whereas deep dish, especially some of the places with like a pastry or kind of crust, like the edge becomes like this thick, almost inedible pizza bone. The edge is the most wonderful part of a pan pizza. You don't throw those away. That's what you start eating with. Recapping, cheese ring, a little more substantial, pillowy dough, and frankly, my own opinion, the people who make this kind of pizza aren't afraid of salt in the dough, so a little better canvas to play on.
Ooh, pew, 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 pew. Shots fired. Yo. So, what's your title? Pizza God?
Prince of Pan.
Do French people think you're the Prince of Bread?
This guy's kind of been carrying the torch for this style of pizza.
Dedicated myself to just strictly making this style of pizza.
What made you so excited about it? Because you're from
I just
Chicago.
had never seen a pizza like that because up until that point, all I knew was New York style and tavern pizza. So when that thing came out on the table, I didn't even know what I was ordering. I was like, what is this? And especially when I saw the caramelized cheese, I thought it was burnt, honestly.
Yeah.
And when I bit into it, I was like, wow. I just love it because when I went to Burt's place, you know,
I'm not really sure how to do this, but in order to fully understand pan pizza, we have to talk about this man. Ask any pizza maker, anyone who knows the first thing about Chicago food history, and they'll tell you that there is one person responsible for inventing Chicago pan pizza the way we know it today. And that man is Burt Katz. They just don't make him like they did when Burt Katz was around. He was one of those Chicago originals, a guy who didn't just make pizza, he lived it. He started out slinging pies in the 60s, bouncing from spot to spot, putting his stamp on places like Gulliver's, Pequod's, and finally, his crown jewel, Burt's Place, up in Morton Grove. We're actually gonna go there later. He wasn't chasing fame, he didn't care about being on TV. The only thing he cared about was his customers and his craft. Being his own boss, making pizza in his own ideal way, and watching people's eyes light up when they took the first bite, that was his reward. And here's the thing, Burt was the pizza, right? Quirky, stubborn, smart, a little rough around the edges, and definitely cool as hell.
I'm a New Yorker with a deep cultural aversion to pizza that is not New York pizza.
Oh boy, I knew we'd get one of these in here.
I know.
And that's why people loved him. He poured himself into every single pan, and even though he passed away in 2016, his legacy lives on. So every time you crunch into that caramelized crust in Chicago, you're eating a piece of Burt's story. The pizza isn't just food, it's a legend, a love letter, and maybe just a little bit of rebellion baked into each cast iron pan. But don't take it from me, John says it a lot more eloquently.
Burt Katz was like one of a kind. He got out of the restaurant industry and then he got back in and opened up Pequod's in Morton Grove. And like part of the reason this is such a distinctive style is the reason that it's also maybe not as widespread. Like Burt was very insistent on doing things to his exact specifications. He fell out with different business partners time to time, and like sometimes that's just the way it works. Like you've got this singular genius, the only man slinging sizable pizza who can please Anthony Bourdain.
I get it. I understand it now.
But you know what? You're not going to be everything to everybody. Like, Burt Katz was an absolute character, and the reason you can't necessarily scale the pizza to a franchise in every other strip mall in the burbs is because, you know, like, you couldn't scale the man himself.
so there's the only pans.
Only pans. So is it like $5.99 a month and then you get unlimited pizza?
Pixelated until you paid online.
It has our Pequod peppers. There's Rosa Grande pepperoni, ricotta, Labriola and chili honey.
I love a pepperoni shot glass. It's like a textural journey here because the middle's like softer and then you get to the outside and it's like super crunchy.
And since we use a lower temperature, you get a little more crisp on there. And in my opinion, the caramelized cheese is like nice and buttery.
That could be my favorite part about the style, that bite. Just the bite, it's like reverse the pizza and start from that side.
That was a literal Pizza Hut campaign in the 90s.
No way.
This got like good texture too, the crumb.
On the bottom, there's a little bit of a texture to it, huh?
The ricotta and the honey keep it from feeling real rich.
I just think it's cool that you can come to a place like Millie's here and like get an OG style with this kind of like new modern take on the toppings that isn't pretentious or annoying. It's just delicious. You know what I mean?
Like nothing groundbreaking. I mean, people have done this before, but I mean, if it's done well, you can't really beat the flavor combinations.
Too humble, gonna need a retake. Say only one person.
Only one
Burt Katz has done this before, and the rest of you all sons of.
Next time you're in Chicago, come to Millie's. It is dank. Certified. Look at these beauties. How old are these guys?
I think this one's from the early 80s and the rest of them late 80s.
Would you consider this deep dish pizza, or would you consider it pan pizza?
Sure.
But like seriously, like in terms of like that conversation, like
Well, it all started with my brother. We were supposed to open a pizzeria late in 2006. I was making something similar to this, and he called it George's Deep Dish, and that's one of the names that we were gonna use for the location, but it didn't open up. 2020 is when I took over the space, and when we started doing pizzas, I named it after that, George's Deep Dish, in honor of my brother, because he passed away in 2018. Is it a deep dish? Yes. Is it not? Yes.
it blurs the lines.
And the one thing that's different is that I do allow it to proof in the pan, and it is a sourdough.
How long do you let the dough ferment for?
Traditionally want it to go 48 to 72. If it gets really busy tomorrow, then you just gotta use them up. Yeah.
Best pizza is pizza eaten on the hood of your car.
Is this okay for your shots? Cheese under.
Cheese under, sauce on top, nice big substantial discs of sausage.
Pretty good color on them too.
Yeah, and noticeably for me, the first thing I notice is the frico here on the sides. It's not quite as dark. You know what I mean? As the other ones, it doesn't really rise above
It's like
the pizza.
a deep brown.
It's a deep brown, yeah. And also, no giardiniera on the pizza. We put it on the side, even though he told us that he might be putting it on the pizza in the future. Right now, this is the current iteration, and it is chopped giardiniera, right? Giardiniera relish, or Chicago caviar, as it's so cleverly branded. That is substantially covered.
Sorry, don't challenge me.
You can really tell here. Like, look how, I want to say bready, but look how soft that is.
Yeah, that's maybe the airiest crumb we've had yet.
Yeah, dude.
That sourdough magic.
You can really see, look at that piece. You can really see what we're talking about with that semi-fluff, right? Not quite Detroit focaccia, but it's definitely fluffier and tender.
Oh, and it's got great color on the bottom too.
Look how thin that crust is right there.
That was a nice crisp crust. Substantial.
I was literally about to say that.
Even through the frico, I got these great bubbles.
It's like a fossil. And it's not, it might look bready, but look at this. I mean, I'm barely doing anything, and look at that.
The sourdough character on this, just the dough, is excellent.
You can smell a little tang on there.
Our guy George knows a thing or two.
Uh-huh. This constant today is that when we've seen sausage on the pizza, they've been like beautiful, substantial patties. Not too small, not too big.
That's the thing that's impressed me about everyone today. It's like you're going big on pretty much every part of this pizza, but like none of it's sloppy, none of it feels wasteful. Like everything's built really purposefully.
All right, man, we got two more. And two more, but they're right next to each other. And these are arguably the two spots that started it all.
Like it.
Oh, dude, look.
Still
No
white.
stains.
3 places in, still white.
Got two to go, man. I can't get too cocky here. The legendary Burt's Place. Notably in a paper bag, which is a crazy move.
Some of them are great, some of them are okay, but
Yeah.
every bag place has confidence.
Oh, look, it's also foiled up. Oh, baby.
Oh,
Look
Burt,
at
you
that
dirty
thing.
dog. Look at that jarred.
It's dang everywhere.
Like that nice deep red of
Yeah,
the
dude.
tomato sauce.
This looks very dispersed. The cheese, the topping, the sausage. That's a big one. That's a tall, proud frico. Most notably, this is not cut. So we're gonna have to cut it. It's the first time. I don't think I've ever cut a pizza in the back of my car. What are we looking at?
And that a little denser crumb, but it looks
yeah.
very soft.
Give that a smell. Notable.
Very. This is different than everything we've had today.
Yeah.
It's like to our earlier point about how not all pan pizza is the same.
Right.
Just like it's not the same with deep dish.
So look at that undercarriage here. A little paler.
A little paler than most of what we saw today.
Yep. That frico is a freak though.
That is it.
Yin and yang right there. Dude, okay.
Sausage looks good too. It looks like it's real heavily seasoned.
I mean, this is like a proud, like, this looks like it's the sturdiest.
I'll go for the cross section. This is what they have in the pan pizza textbooks.
Yeah.
This is how they teach students geology in Italy. Oh man, the frico side. So it hits me right away, not just the jar, but the tomato sauce. This has more of a balancing acidity than most of what we tried today. Yeah, and it doesn't quite have this, it has some stretch, but it doesn't have like the sourdough stretch.
Right. And there's really not a lot of contrast on the bottom here.
This is like the most beautiful frico we've had.
Yeah, the color on the frico's wild. Jarred's nice and spicy too, you can taste it just enough.
That's what I wanted on some of the other ones where we had jarred and it wasn't quite there.
This is conversational giardinera.
Yeah.
You can have a conversation and be flapping your lips and it like doesn't make it spicier. It's perfect. You're not chugging your water or putting ice on your lips. It's just that perfect heat. I think that pizza sort of exemplifies the energy of walking into Burt's. It is a tavern. It used to be a barn. It's a place you want to go when it's snowing outside. You want to get like a Miller Lite and just crush a bunch of pizza with your friends in dim light.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's an OG for a reason. Can I shed the OJ gloves here? Dude, we're leaving a trail.
In 1,000 years, oil spots.
All right, yo, last one.
Last one, let's do it.
Pequods.
Because this is OG Pequods too.
This is.
Everyone thinks the OG is the one in Lincoln Park
Right.
that you see Cousin Richie sprinting from in uncomfortable dress shoes. No, that's just the most visible one now.
Right. This is the original location, the one in Morton Grove. The more popular one is the one in
Lincoln Park.
It's in Lincoln Park. Everybody goes that one. If you're getting Pequods in the city, I'm guessing there's a 97% chance that you're going to that location just because it's in the city.
All right, well, they went aggro on the frico too.
This is aggro. This is definitely a bit of a more of a bake, I would say.
Seeing a little more cheese on this guy, a little less jarred. But like
Chunkier jarred.
Theme all day. Enjoy your sausage, Chicago.
Yeah, dude, it's the same thing. This is a little more like circular, I guess, but all in all, I mean, we've seen some pretty healthy, nice chunks and servings of the sausage.
But like this one, this is like a little more on the frico, and it's still got that two-tone deal from where, you know, the cheese doesn't quite melt down.
What we're talking about, that's a signature of pan pizza, I would say there. This is like a black and white cookie from a deli. You know, like there's not much brown on this cheese. This frico is aggressively charred.
How's our underside?
Let's check it out. Pretty nice. I like that color on there.
Honestly, everyone has had some pleasing color on this, like whether they were going for a little more like char look or a little less. And like the fermentation action, like not as much, but every place has had its pockets, it's had its little like streaks of caramelization. The bubbles there you can see.
No cornmeal notably on this.
Was it just Labriola today?
I think so.
On the cornmeal.
I think so, yeah. Not that much flop, I mean, it's pretty sturdy.
Yeah, we haven't eaten a thing with a knife and a fork today.
No, we have not.
We're also sloppy boys, but that's neither here nor
I think
there.
this pizza's a sloppy boy pizza.
That's like a notably more herbaceous sauce than everything we've had today.
They simmer that thing and they put spices in that. Probably some tomato paste as well. To me, the crumb is very similar to what we just had at Burt's in that it's a little like more bready. Look at that. I mean, it's you can tell it's just not as soft as some of the other places. It's an aggressive bake.
I'm still not getting a whole lot of bitterness, and I thought, I might notice.
I got a little bit of bitterness.
Having these two next to each other.
Ooh.
Oh,
No,
we still got the white shirt. 5 out of 5, white shirt.
That was close, bro.
Like part of what we do on these things is like peel off like the layers of what's different in a style, in a city, in a neighborhood. These two literally started by the same guy to do the exact same thing that he invented. And these are much different pizzas, like if you've spent a day eating pan pizza. And like deep dish, and this ain't deep dish at all by this time of the day.
I think we have to sit on this, not literally or literally. I can ruin my streak. And then go choose our favorites, man. The time is nigh.
Oh,
We
don't
need to
shake me
choose our
too hard.
favorites. I think we do a top 3.
All right, so in third place, like the best Frico we saw all day. That's Burt's. I mean, the legend lives, you know, even after his passing.
Yeah.
Second place, God, this is hard. Second and first is hard. Just for sheer, I gotta pick something. You gotta let me slot George in there. Like, just so the character of that crust, incredible. The bake on it, perfect. Honestly, he probably had the best separation of like crispy bottom crust, and then that pillowy layer. Little bigger handle than some of the other places. A little less Frico. I don't know why the influencer types are not beating the bush to get down to George's in Edgewater. Like, I mean, first place. It was gonna be those perfect ricotta dots. The balance of toppings that make a pizza this size feel light. The stained glass window composition of a man who is not just a culinary but a visual artist. Talk about Mr. Robert Molesky from Millie's Pizza in the Pan.
Oh my God, dude. I love it. That's a great list. That's a strong list. Okay. In my 3 slot, the bronze is gonna have to be Burt's. The Frico was undeniable. The distribution of the toppings, fantastic. It was a little on the breadier side, which I do not hate. When you hear the word bready, you might think like, oh, it's too much bread. No, it's the perfect amount of bread. Place is great. I mean, just walking in there, like I said, I wanna chill there. I wanna be there. I want to spend time there. I might even have my birthday party there. In the 2 slot, the silver, it's gonna have to be George's. With George's, you have that monochromatic, beautifully light brown Frico. It was unlike anything we saw today. The crust was awesome because it kind of like held its shape on a pizza that can sometimes be a little on the wetter side. So it was strong enough, but tender enough to be noteworthy and delicious. And the Giardinera, the Chicago caviar, prime. In the 1 slot, I gotta give it to him. We have the same list. It's a cop-out, but I'm not just gonna change it because this is how I feel. This is where I stand. It's gonna be Millie's Pizza in the Pan. Visually, right when you open the box, you're just like, whoa, I've never seen any pizza like that. The dough itself it might have been, I don't wanna say the most tender, maybe the most soft of the day. Like, how do you say, chewy? Like, and if Burt was sort of the guardian of old, I think Robert is sort of like the new kid on the block, adding like really great, delicious, creative flavor pairings and toppings to an older style and kind of bringing it into like, I guess, modern times, but also, of course, keeping it very much the same because that Frico looks familiar, but it don't taste familiar. Tell you that. What was your favorite pan pizza of the day? Give me your top 3. Put that in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And if we missed your favorite spot, also let us know that because who knows? Maybe we'll run this back.
Yeah, let's get some time to digest though.
Yeah. Tell the good people what you're working on.
Follow Crust Fun Pizza. We pop up monthly in an alley, much like this one, for different charitable causes. I also, if you like old school food journalism, hit me up on Patreon, Crust Fun Pizza. We will mail you a magazine twice a year with some of the best food writing in Chicago for me and my friends. And, you know, it helps buy me tomatoes, which is what I need.
Best way to support the channel is over on the Patreon, aka the Grocery Fund. Cop some merch to support the channel once again if you can. Come see what's good on Discord. Come introduce yourself. We have a great community over there sharing recipes, talking shop. Say bye-bye.
Bye. Race you to the end of the alley?
Go.
You go get it right.